the fam, that's what they call me.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Little Savage, and I'm back with another video. Today's video is gonna be basically about this new TV show that came out like 9 weeks ago, because there's 9 episodes. Basically, it's about this teenager named Courtney. That's her name in this TV show. She's Stargirl. You know how I like DC and all that. At first I was like, no, I'm not gonna get into it. And then I started watching it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this show got me hooked by the first episode. Everybody's talking about it. If you're like a DC fan, I'm in like a DC fan page on Facebook, and everybody is like talking about it. Like I said, I was watching a video about how this TV show is very intense, and it gets the audience attention. Honestly, it got my attention from the first episode all the way to now, and I really like it. I do recommend it. I highly recommend it. Like 5 stars. I ended up getting my mom into it, my sister. If I could get my brothers into it if they actually sit down and watch it, but you know, they always do their own thing. Like I said, I'm a huge DC fan. So before we get into this video, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and what else? You guys will be entering a giveaway. You guys can win AirPods, gift cards, or a Cash App you, whatever. Like I did. I'm like at 175 subscribers now, and that's awesome. People are actually watching my videos and taking their time and staying tuned. So let me just tell you the brief summary before I start the video. Like I said, it's about a teenager named Courtney. Her and her mom moved to Blue Valley. I think Blue Valley is located in California. I don't know where it's actually where it's, I don't know actually where it's at, but anyways, her and her mom moved to Blue Valley. That's where she met Pat. Pat is Starman's old sidekick, Stripesy, or Stripe. And basically he was there when Starman died, and he is the one that took Starman's staff, like to hide it from the Injustice Society. And basically the staff only works for Starman. And in like the first episode, Courtney finds the staff, and it actually works for her. Like, he said it's weird because the staff only works for Starman, and it actually worked for him. And then she starts to believe that she is Starman's daughter, because what happened was, it was Christmas, I think it was Christmas Eve, they show in the first episode, where her dad was supposed to be there and he never showed up. And you know, it's a shock. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm doing a reaction video. Basically, we're on episode 10 right now, because it's already 10 episodes in. I think 13 episodes, 13, 14, around there. And basically, since I've been watching, I'm like speechless. I'm like shocked. I'm like, I want to keep watching it and staying tuned. Like, it's only the first season, and you know, it's really good. You guys should just watch it. If you guys are interested, I could just send you the links, and you guys could watch it on your phone, or you could download TTV. It's totally free. It has all the new movies. It also has any types of TV shows you guys are interested. It has that. And yeah, so like I said, Courtney moves with her mom to meet Pat, and Pat has a son. They Pat and the mom end up getting married, and then she moved with him, and she started a job there because he was born there. And what sucks about it is everybody in Blue Valley, they're a part of the Injustice Society. Injustice Society is the ones that are bad, and they're planning like something big, and you can't really trust anybody. You can't even trust your teachers, the principal. You can't even trust your own friends' families. They could be part of it. So basically,
There. Careful.
Basically, close my door. Like I said, you can't really trust anybody, and you can't trust. Like I said, you can't trust anybody. So I want to play the video. Like I know I'm gonna keep like talking. We're already like 5 minutes in, and I'm keep talking. So I want to play it.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say starlings? I believe that was one of the suggested names for the fan base in the comments of the last Stargirl video. But either way, we have got a brand new trailer for Stargirl, and I think it's unanimously decided that this is the best one so far, and it really is awesome. So as usual, guys, we're going to break this down. But first of all, let's play the trailer just in case you haven't seen it, or just for a quick recap, and let's get into all of the details straight afterward.
Get you to a hospital. No, it's over. But the Justice Society must live on. Someone with strength and heroism must carry the torch. I'll try. Not you. Definitely not you. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Right, give me that.
No, the staff picked me. I finally know who I really am. I've got a costume and everything.
I'm trying to protect you. The Justice Society couldn't defeat the Injustice Society.
Injustice Society. None of you are good with names.
This isn't a joke, Courtney. You and I don't stand a chance against them.
Stop trying to scare me. I'm not going to sit on the sidelines. I'm putting together this new team to get justice. This is our destiny.
So that's the trailer. I don't know if it actually like spoils something because I didn't see like the last part when she was fighting the villain on top of the roof. I don't think I've seen that episode. Maybe that's in the next episode. But basically she starts at a new school and she basically gets her new team members and like she gets a new team member in like episode 4 or 5. I think 4, and then that next episode 5, and then she gets 2 team members in episode 5 because one girl was just listening to them, and then she saw like the identity of Yolanda. That's one of her friends. Yolanda had a boyfriend that basically her boyfriend exposed her in front of like the whole school, but it was actually not him. It was like this girl that was jealous of her, and then she took Yolanda's boyfriend's phone and then she sent like a nude to like the whole school. And you know, in high school and grammar school, I say mostly in high school, there's kids that actually expose people because of nudes. And you know, I went to Aspera. There was a couple kids that got exposed. Stuff that I know to this day, questions. I never got exposed. Like, I know people talked about me behind my back at that school. But it's what it is. It's 2 years ago. I could care less about some of those people. Like, they don't mean anything to me, honestly. Whoever I talk to now, those are the only people I actually care for. We might not talk every day, but you know, they know who they are. The other people, I could care less about, like I said.
Remind everyone there's just under a week until the review embargo lifts for Stargirl, and where I can release my review for the first 3 episodes. Non-spoilery, of course, for those who are wondering, don't worry. It will just be my overall overview, if you will, of the show that started with DC Universe but is now also being released on the CW. And I noticed a lot of people are saying it just looks so good. Well, everybody just don't forget that that's because it was created by DC Universe. Not saying that CW...
Bro, like that fight that I just seen with the Injustice Society, I have not seen that before, so I know what's coming. It's going to be a fight, and it looks really good.
You can't create good things, but that extra sheen and production that you're noticing, yeah, DC Universe. But back to the review I'll be releasing in just 6 days' time.
Remember how I said there's this girl that's hot? That guy, the lizard face, that's her dad. But she has powers too, but you know, she wants to be part of the bad team. His daughter, she's bad though.
It will just be going over how I think you guys will take it, just from like knowing my audience kind of thing, and well, you know, just a general non-spoilery review that will hopefully give you all a great idea of what to anticipate for the Stargirl show that is coming out on DC Universe first on May 18th, and then the CW May 19th. So as for the very beginning of the trailer, it just does promote that main premise of the show, in terms of how we have Starman seemingly dying here, saying how the Justice Society of America must live on, as we're also given quick glimpses and flashes of the photo of the original JSA members, which we've been over before actually, and which does remind me, definitely check that previous video out on Stargirl, where I do go over what Jeff Johns has to say about the show, in where he talks about even the involvement of the original JSA members, such as Jay Garrick, and a potential crossover with The Flash on the CW, and many, many other things that I'm sure a lot of you would like to know.
I low-key hope they do a crossover with The Flash. Stargirl meeting The Flash, and I hope she be's in the next crossover. I think that'd be cool because she's from Earth too, and I know it's a new, like, the Earths reset it. If you ever watch Crisis of Infinity Earths, the Earths like reset it, but Laura Lance, the bad Black Canary, but she's good now. She's from Earth too. Maybe, you know, it has a connection. Like, everything from DC has like a connection for everything. Like, there's new TV shows coming out. Green Lantern with John Diggles. He's from the Arrow. He becomes the new Green Lantern. Finds the ring from outer space. You got Swamp Thing coming out. Lois and Clark. You got all these new TV shows coming out. This is one of them. I really like this TV show. You have still Arrow. You have Supergirl. You have Flash. You have the Legends. You have Black Lightning. Like, but Arrow is over. I finished all of them, season 8. You have Canary, the Birds of Prey with the Black Canary and the new Green Arrow.
About, so I'll leave that in the cards above. But essentially, you know, the JSA must live on, and obviously that is where Courtney Whitmore comes in. And this is where the trailer kind of annotates these scenes over Starman's dying words of her finding the cosmic staff, which we've seen in quite a few of the other trailers. But also this very beginning moment in the trailer also highlights that comedic aspect that the very beginning of the trailer shows, in terms of how Pat Dukan says, you know, we've got to get you to a hospital, and where you have Starman just talking about passing on the mantle and how the Justice Society of America must live on, but not you. Definitely not you. Obviously referencing if Pat Dukan should even take up that mantle. So yeah, I mean, obviously this show, as even Jeff Johns said, which I point out in that previous video of mine, has that kind of 80s ET vibe. And, you know, it's definitely not a dark, gritty kind of show. I mean, it will have those emotional moments occasionally, but it has like a nice mix, and this perfectly demonstrates that. And the following clips in just this whole trailer seems to be a massive montage of clips from all various points of Stargirl, from her finding the star to then training with it and more. So I'm just going to try my best to break down what they do show us, as it does dart around the place quite a bit. But as I said earlier, this trailer is easily the best one yet, and it really does give us some sweet teasers for what the series has to offer, especially for those comic book lovers out there. So at the beginning, we have that mashup where we get to see Courtney Whitmore trying out the cosmic staff, and you can see Pat Dukan, who controls Stripe, of which you can actually see standing tall there in the background, and also a few others who are there, also of which are the new iterations of Wildcat, of who is Yolanda Montez, the new Dr. Midnight from Beth Chapel, and as well as Rick Tyler as the new Owl. Our Man, of which will be the new Justice Society of America that these kids are forming as they take on the mantles for, as Courtney says in the trailer, justice. And if you guys actually remember, we got a good look at these guys who are standing behind Stargirl here, actually suited up in heroic poses at the end of Crisis on Infinite Earths. If you guys remember when they were kind of showcasing the new multiverse, of which Stargirl is set on the new Earth 2. That is just these guys here suited up, of which we do actually get to see even better looks at later on in this trailer. And that's when we get some familiar shots from the previous trailers of Stargirl, continuing to kind of test out the stuff, which involves cars blowing up. And then we see a very apprehensive Pat Dukan, as I bet the last person he thought who would take up the mantle of Starman would be from his own house. And this is what I meant earlier by teasing some really cool comic book kind of lore and moments in this trailer, which is why I think this is really exciting a lot of people, not to mention how this trailer really was just cut well. So
you know how I said the Flash, there's actually like a connection, because the Flash, the old Barry Allen, the one that died in Infinity Earth, he's connected to it, because when Pat takes Courtney to the Hall of Justice, they have a picture of he says the Flash, Jake Garrett, I think that's the name. They have Dr. Fate, that was part of the Justice Society, and he, like I said, he talks about the Flash, so there's a connection right there. Maybe Barry Allen, the new Barry Allen, you know how he could jump from different Earths. He could have Vibe transfer him to that new Earth, but Vibe doesn't have his powers, but they still have like the portal thingy that he could always you have Flashpoint, he could always go back in time, he could go forward in the future. You never know. Maybe she has to help him. Maybe Courtney has to help Iris escape from the mirror. You never know, because in the new episode, Iris is trapped in the Mirrorverse.
On top of just really showcasing probably anything and everything you need to rope someone in to watch this show, of, you know, which we can now see here, Pat Dukan showing Courtney Whitmore the Justice Society of America's headquarters, of where they have their own little round table with the banners in the background showcasing the members. That's when we hear Courtney Whitmore talk about how she is more than happy to take on this mantle, and how the staff picked her and she finally knows who she is, and how she's got a whole new costume and everything, of course, which does look great. I mean, all of the DC Universe costumes, I mean, since this was, you know, originally created, you know, all of the episodes and everything by DC Universe, all of their costumes.
Oh, I forgot one show, Titans, with the original Teen Titans. That show is good too. I finished first season, second season, I'm waiting on season 3. Black Lightning was just introduced to Flash in the Crisis of Infinity Earth. Like, I recommend all these TV shows, honestly.
Look absolutely incredible. You'd know that if you've seen the Robin or Nightwing costume in Titans, or the various costumes on Doom Patrol. So Stargirl, yeah, she looks fantastic. Now this is where we get Pat Dukan trying to somewhat warn Stargirl about the Injustice Society, because they literally decimated the original Justice Society of America. And of course, as a result of that, how could he and her possibly be a match for Icicle, Solomon Grundy, Dragon King, Tigress, Sportsmaster, and Brainwave? And this moment in a trailer also allows us to get even more looks at the destruction of the Justice Society of America from the Injustice Society, where we actually get to see Icicle send out a projectile that hits Starman, and I trust that I'm showing it in slow motion, and yeah, that's quite the way to go out. But that's just the thing, guys. As you probably already know, it won't just be her and Pat Dukan as Stripe against the Injustice Society. Here we see Stargirl as she suited up, getting the suits from Our Man and Black Cat here, as we even get to see them suited up as a new team is fighting against the Injustice Society, where we get to see some really great shots of all of these heroes and villains fighting each other. This is what I mean. Like, I think this is why the trailer really sat well with a lot of people. I mean, we've already been teased with a bit of combat before, but seeing all of these characters go at it is definitely something to be excited about for when this show releases. Now, in the background, you can actually see this symbol for Dragon King, so you can likely assume from this trailer and the previous trailers, where we've actually seen shots shots of Dragon King in this same location, that this is a place of where the Injustice Society kind of like to hang out. But regardless, we actually see Dragon King come up against Stargirl herself, and his hood gets smacked clean off to reveal his true face, which is, you know, let's just say it's something, to say the least. And I just love Stargirl's reaction here, because I bet that was the last thing they expected to see under that hood. And then finally, the trailer ends with a really awesome face-off between Stargirl and Icicle, which is going to be a moment likely a lot of fans will be waiting for, because as we all know, it was Icicle that sent that final blow out to Starman with his, well, Icicle, and Stargirl wants justice for that. And this moment, well, yeah, it's going to be a really awesome one, I'm sure you're all looking forward to. So that was generally the gist of this, you know, trailer. I mean, as I said at the beginning of this video, check out my previous video if you want a little bit more information on Stargirl and what is to come, especially with a potential crossover with The Flash next season, which does look very, very likely. But also, Jeff Johns does get into a lot of other details about the lore of the show and what can be included and how it ended up on the CW and just, you know, everything like that. It's stuff that I'm sure if you're looking forward to this show, you want to hear about. So in case you missed it, I'll leave it on the end card of this video as well as in the cards above. But hey, what did you guys think of it? Are some of you who are feeling slightly apprehensive beforehand a little bit more on board now with this trailer? I think it's fairly obvious that this show, to a lot of you now, it isn't going to be like a dark kind of comic booky thing, as I said earlier. It's going to be like a kind of all-round, well, you know, it's Stargirl. And if a lot of you are familiar with Stargirl, you probably already understand the vibe of this show. So either way, I'm just looking forward to see what you think of this trailer. What do you think of the costumes, the production, and everything like that? I mean, they definitely showcased a whole bunch of it. Don't forget that my non-spoilery early review of Stargirl episodes 1 to 3 will be out on April 21st, which is also the same day the latest Flash episode will be coming out, so there'll be 2 videos that day. I'm wondering if I should upload Stargirl first or the Flash. Either way, there'll be 2 videos that day, so keep an eye out. But aside from that, everyone, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, especially if you got this far. It really does show support for the channel. But if you want to support the channel even further now, don't forget that I do have a join button on the channel where you can support the channel through the form of pledging in a membership. There are 2 memberships where you...
Okay, blah blah blah. I'm gonna be looking forward to when Courtney meets the Flash. I think that'd be awesome. I can't wait for the fight that they show. I haven't seen that episode yet. What day is it? Today is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I got 4 days. It comes on Monday night, but I usually watch it Tuesday when I get home around 4. So I have like 5 days. I can't even wait for it. Like I said, this show is awesome. You guys should check it out. So I'm going to drop the link down below in the description so you guys can watch it, the first episode. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn your post notifications on. And hands down, this is a 5-star TV show. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a good one.